Hi, everyone. It is so great to be able to reconnect with so many of you. For the ones who don't know me, my name is Paola, and I am the trade representative for Los Cabos Tourism here in Australia, and I'm based in Sydney. So thank you so much for joining us today. We really, really appreciate to have you all in this session, and we hope you enjoy it. So just a quick agenda overview. We'll start a presentation from Rodrigo Esponda, the Managing Director from Los Cabos Tourism. Then we'll move into our cooking and cocktail class. We will continue with our Q&A round where we'll have 5 hotel partners participating, and I'll explain a bit more about this section later on. Also, just wanted to let you know that the hotel presentations have been pre-recorded due to the time difference, and also because the hotels wanted to showcase a bit of their properties while there was still sunlight in Los Cabos. Feel free to pop any questions you may have in the Q&A box, and we'll be able to hopefully answer all of them. So enough from me. Now we're going to hear from Rodrigo Esponda. He is live with us, and he's going to introduce you to this beautiful destination and provide some updates on what's happening there at the moment. So Rodrigo, we are ready whenever you are.
Thank you very much. Well, as I was saying, my name is Rodrigo Esponda. I am the Managing Director of Los Cabos Tourism Board, and I'll be going through a little bit of the presentation that we have here that goes through the best things that you can do in Los Cabos. As probably all of you know where Los Cabos is located, we are in the west coast part of Mexico, 2 hours and a little bit more down flying from Los Angeles, California, which is our natural market. So 40% of our market comes down from California, which is our natural market. And the area, it's really been known for being isolated from the part of Mexico. We are surrounded by 2 water bodies. First, by the Pacific Ocean that we have in common with Australia, as well as the Sea of Cortez. That is the only sea that is contained inside one only country. And as you know, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site because of the natural diversity that it contains. And I will be explaining further more about it. So when mentioning, we are well located on the west coast part of Mexico, a little bit more than 2 hours flight from Los Angeles, California. We have non-stop flights from 23 cities in the United States all over the year. There are some fluctuations depending on the season, but the main cities, Los Angeles, Chicago, New York, Dallas, Houston, they have all year round. From Los Angeles, there are 7 or 8 flights every day down to Los Cabos. From Dallas, we have 5 daily flights and so on. So we have extremely good connectivity to fly to Los Cabos from different parts of the United States, as well as from Mexico. Mexico City has 5 daily flights. Of course, as you know, right now, most of the flights have been reduced because of the situation. However, we have maintained during the COVID-19 situation a daily connection with the United States. 5 daily flights have been the minimum running from the United States to Mexico and to Los Cabos, and that's precisely because we have an essential connection between Los Cabos and the United States. The Los Cabos area, it's very particular, even inside Mexico. It's very different from the rest of the part. We are precisely on the edge out of the tropical of Cancer. So because of that, we are close enough to have a very mild weather, but also out of the tropical area that it would be a semi-desertic type weather. It is a desert, all the area, with the mountain range that we have in the middle point of the peninsula, a big mountain range, even with some waterfalls that I will be explaining more. And as I was mentioning, with the Pacific and the Sea of Cortez. The point B is the traditional Cabo San Lucas Arch that probably you have seen in different pictures that you have on point B. That is very well known, and the rock formation that it forms, it really is a reflection of the geographic resemblance of the area. Then the point D is the traditional town of San Jose del Cabo that was formed more than 350 years ago by the Spanish missionaries, and it is a very, very traditional Mexican town with the square, the plaza, the church, and it's cobblestones for everybody to walk around and to really live a very Mexican tradition that has been there for more than 200 years. And then the point C is the corridor, where many hotels are being located. And so you have different experiences for different people. In the last 5 years, there have been two newer areas that have been developed. One is the point A that is towards the Pacific with the spectacular sunsets. In the area, you can see the sunrise and the sunset depending on where you're located, but on the point A towards the Pacific, it is famous because of the Red Sea formation that you have at dawn that really turns everything into very particular colors. And then the point E that is going towards the Sea of Cortez, it's perfectly swimmable with the Sea of Cortez was named by Jacques Cousteau at the aquarium of the world. So 39% of the sea mammals are contained inside the Sea of Cortez. So being in the shore, you can see rays, dolphins, whales, depending on the season. If you take a boat, you will see many different things. And if you take a scuba diving or snorkeling expedition, then you would see thousands of different species that you have. So the region really has a unique type of setting, and it's very important to know the different regions and where the hotels are located in order to qualify your clients depending on the experiences that they are looking to have. The destination has been always characterized for having a very high level of service, very personal service. The story of the destination is that, of course, as I was mentioning, the Spaniards, missionaries, the Jesuits were established in the area in the 1700s, and then they established missions that were moving around. And moving forward, the port was the last point that the boat coming back from Asia after trading with the Philippines and China would touch before getting into the mainland of Mexico. So every time that that boat coming from Asia would touch in the destination, there would be definitely a very high type of festive ceremony that everybody was having. So even since that time, we've had a tradition of having a very exclusive service as we were pampering the people that would be coming from Asia after being on the boat for 3 months. Later on, then there are many other ways of traditions that the level of service of the destination has always been a unique characteristic. It has a very open sense of space. The destination has destination type of containment in terms of the density. There is nothing higher than 6 floors up that can be developed. And also there are very strict rules in the type of buildings that you can create along the destination, maintaining always this sense of space. There are regulations in order to do not have any billboard or outside advertising in the destination. So it is completely forbidden. The hotels are, in general terms, small, 220 rooms per hotel on average. We have 85 hotels all along the different regions that I was explaining. And because of the geographic characteristics, you can do all types of activities in the oceans, in the mountains, in the deserts, in the organic farms, and many different settings that you can do. We have always had a unique wellness product because of the natural environment that we have. And we're sure that this is going to continue moving forward because of the regulations that we have. The product in terms of the hotel rooms and what we offer is very diverse. We have a little bit of everything for everybody. There are hotels that are super luxurious. In Mexico, the most important hotels are located in Los Cabos, not that we say it, but all the qualifications in terms of the different ratings in the magazines and AAA, Travel and Leisure, Condé Nast, American Express, all of the top hotels in the Latin America region are located in Los Cabos, and we are always trying to excel into what we offer. 1/3 is European type of hotel, 1/3 is all-inclusive, and 1/3 in general terms is timeshare. However, inside each of these type of product, there are things here for adults, for children, for families that are more in town, very secluded, or more open spaces, more modern or more traditional. So there is a little bit of different type of product for every type of client that can come. As I was mentioning before, there are different regions. The most common and well-known area is called Cabo San Lucas. That is because of the Cape, the arch, that is the land's end, and it's been known. It is a very particular area. Just underneath the arch, as you see, there is one sank boat because of you know, an old colonial boat that was sank by the pirates. As in the 1700s, there were some English pirates going around the area, and especially they were waiting for the boat that was coming from the Philippines with all the species, gold and different things. So they sank the boat, stole everything, and the boat is still underneath this arch and what it is located. It is the area where there is more active life, the restaurants, the marina, the bars. You can stroll around and you can see big yachts that are coming all the time to this marina of Cabo San Lucas. The cruises, as you can see, there's no port for cruises because this is a natural park. So cruises need to stop in the middle of the bay. There is a carrying capacity of 3 cruises at the same time. We also have a permanent colony of sea lions. So you will always see sea lions in the area. We have a joke saying that you do not know Los Cabos well until you meet Pancho. And if you Google Pancho Cabo San Lucas, you will see that is the biggest male sea lion that jumps on top of a boat, that as the one that you are seeing here, without any permit. He just stays there and then goes back to the ocean. And so this is for clients that are looking for some active type of experience. This is a place that they will need to stay. In between Cabo San Lucas and San Jose del Cabo, you have the tourist corridor. As you see in the pictures, on the one side, you have the golf courses, and on the other, some of the developments, the hotels or the condominiums and villas. We have, as I was mentioning, we have restrictions in terms of the view, the advertising. So all along the highway, you can watch and you can see the ocean, and with dramatic views, depending on the area that you are located. It is definitely, in some inlets, it is definitely a place where some very exclusive hotels are located, as the one that we're seeing, that is Santa Maria Bay. That is one of the most swimmable and very interesting areas that you can do. Then finally, in San Jose del Cabo, that is a traditional Mexican town where the mission was founded in 1725 by the Spanish missionaries. So you have the church, the market. It is closed for pedestrians on Thursdays, all the downtown part. So people stroll around, locals go there to do some type of activities. They practice some dancing, some cooking classes, the art, everything is on the streets. It has an area that is very well known because of the organic farms, because even though that it is a desert, in the shoulder region of the mountains, you have very fertile parts where the organic farms are done. There are very famous ones such as Flora Farm or Acre or Huerta Los Tamarindos. That is also one of the most important gastronomic experiences that you can have. 42% of the area, it is declared, it is designated as a natural protected area. And this is something that we are very proud of because we are committed with the sustainability. The region many years ago passed a law avoiding any type of plastic. So there are no plastic containers, no bags. When you go to the supermarket, there would be not even an option of having a plastic bag. You will need to either use a carton box or take your bags, and then you can take your shopping. And that is because we need to protect the marine life in the area. There are different species, 5 main marine species of turtles that come into the region. We have the largest coastline in Mexico because we have the Pacific and the Sea of Cortez. So the turtles come to different parts in different seasons. There are some very big and some smaller ones. There are some specific farms that protect the turtles and where you can visit them and they will explain you all the protection programs that they have in place. There's a whale sanctuary, as I was mentioning, it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The Sea of Cortez has more than 150 islands that need to be protected. Nobody can live in the islands precisely because they are natural reserves. We have whale sharks all year round. We have in the middle, in the mountain range, is also natural protected area called the biosphere of Sierra de la Laguna. That is, there are different lagoons on top of the mountains. There are even some pine trees that you can get all the way up and you can do. There is no fishing allowed and there is no other economic activity but tourism in the region. Also, and as along with the commitment of the sustainability, we have 22 blue flag designated beaches. As you know, the blue flag designation program has to incorporate different environmental elements as well as education and the commitment of the community to protect and make sure that this is continued from generation to generation. To put it in context, Mexico has 57 blue flag beaches. So we have more than 1/3 of the total blue flag certified beaches in the region. All the blue flag certified beaches are swimmable beaches that you have to have parking, bathrooms, and all the services. They have to be accessible for everybody with ramps to be visited by all type of travelers. Also, along the destination, we have 18 golf courses, all signature design. And interestingly, that are very well connected as well with the environmental protections because the golf courses have some specific protection programs for bird watching and for different species because as they are large extension programs and they have to be sustainable, there are also resemblance of the biodiversity of the region. The experiences that you can have in Los Cabos are very, very vast. You can swim with the whale sharks. That is one of the rare regions in the world where you can do it. I know that you can also do it in Australia. Here, they are all year round. The season to do it is between October and April. The rest of the year, we close it just to give them some bumper time. But interestingly, that they are all the time in the region, either north of Los Cabos, close to La Paz. They are permanently there, and there are many species you can go and see it. But in the region, even in Los Cabos, you see them passing around and moving around. There are some natural lagoon regions where you can definitely swim in the lagoons. You can take a 4x4 experience in the desert, a paddleboard towards the arch in the Medano Bay, especially in the morning. That is one of the best experiences that you can do because of the mountain range. We have hiking and some trails that can be done on bikes, on e-bikes, and some camping programs. And as I was mentioning, the San Jose del Cabo region is especially focused on arts, where many people from around Mexico and from other parts around the world have moved to San Jose del Cabo to establish their studios. And walking around the downtown part, you can get inside the studios and learn a little bit about the artistic feeling of the town. The Australian market, it's very important for Los Cabos. And as I was mentioning, I've been 4 years working for Los Cabos Tourism Board, but before I worked for 17 years at the Mexico Tourism Board in the United States and Canada. And I was surprised when I came to Los Cabos and I learned that the Australian market was so important. It is the third international inbound market after the US and Canada. And I couldn't believe it that even after US and Canada, it was more Australians that we received rather than Europeans and other nationalities, but because of the proximity with California and the United States and that way of extending vacations that Australians take in the United States or Canada. There are some sun and surf vacations. So people go to Whistler or to the United States, to Vail, to do some skiing and then end up in Los Cabos surfing, because it is one of the most interesting activities that you can also do in Los Cabos. It is very isolated and secure. So we've always been isolated. Just an anecdote: during the independence time, when Mexico got independence from Spain more than 200 years ago, the region didn't even realize that we have been independent. So then there had to be somebody coming almost 1 year after Mexico got independent to let us know that we were an independent country. And that's because we are very isolated, and it was not really relevant. So that fact, that geographic fact, is always playing a role in a positive way. Now we're completely isolated with the COVID-19 situation. The fact that we have been isolated and the only way to come into the destination is by air, that has been protected us, and that has been allowed us to control the number of cases that we have in the destination currently. It has a very mild weather with low humidity. That means no mosquitoes, and that's definitely very good if you want to play golf or organize a wedding or even have a dinner outside during the summertime or whatever during the year. Because of that, low humidity really gives you the possibility to do it. And also we have a very authentic Mexican experiences in the town of San Jose del Cabo. So the experiences that are even Mexican are very sophisticated and refined, and that's something that we definitely are very good. The destination opened for tourist activity in June 15. However, it has a carrying capacity control of 30%. That means that all the hotel, businesses, attractions, restaurants can only hold to the maximum of 30% from the capacity that they used to have. The destination has a very strategic plan to start gradually reopening. We prefer to do it slow and secure rather than fast and having mistakes. And that approach is being aligned to the most strict protocols. We analyze, for example, to establish the protocols in the destination to what other countries in Asia were doing, such as Singapore, that we established contact with whatever they had established in the hotels, the restaurants, and so on. And we try to align it, of course, with our particularities. We have been working strategically to establish air connectivity. All the airlines that fly from the United States to Australia can connect you to Los Cabos. And that means Qantas, that has a codeshare with American Airlines, Delta, United, and so on, that also can do it. Alaska Airlines, that flies from Los Angeles and from different parts of the United States to Los Cabos, also have codeshare. We believe that we have to provide certainty to the travelers, and because of that, we work in a unified, flexible policy to make changes that you as travel advisors can definitely do some changes for your clients if they are not secure that they wanted to come. And we have been working very hard, as I was explaining, with the protocols that we have established. The World Tourism and Travel Council has given us the Safe Travel stamp. Before starting this presentation, I was just finishing a call, the follow-up call with them, precisely to expand and to review the protocols that we have put in place. And we will continue looking for more certification and validation process, because we believe that given to the travelers the safety that they need in the post-COVID area, it's a priority. This is part of the strategic plan of reopening the destination in 5 phases. The phase 1 started in June 15, where it is mandatory to have these protocols in place. There are no hotel or business that can reopen without passing a certification process with the authorities. The private sector worked very hard to establish those protocols, and then going with the authority to make them mandatory. And then in the phase 1, it established a 30% carrying capacity control. The phase 2 is in July, that we expect to have a 40% capacity control. Phase 3 is August and September, that would have 50% carrying capacity control. Phase 4 is the fall, and for us, it's a critical season. We have different world-class events, such as the Bisbee Sport Fishing Tournament, that it is the most important sport fishing tournament in the world. The prize, the first prize, is $4 million for the team that wins the first prize. It is catch and release, the tournament, but it is the kickoff of the high season. And we expect to have a 60% carry capacity control all along the fall. And then phase 5, depending on what the situation and how the situation evolves, it would be reopening, and we expect to have some normal type of situation towards 2021. As I was mentioning, we worked very hard to have a guideline in the destination that would be offering the travelers the certainty since they arrive to the airport, the transportation, the attractions, the restaurants and the hotels, the golf courses. We have established specific protocols for everything, the beaches and every element. If you rent a villa, there is a very strict protocol that has to be followed and mandatory certification inside the destination. We are also abiding to a federal certification that is Punto Limpio. That's a certification that was created after H1N1, and then it was expanded to include the COVID-19. We do it because we believe that have a unified message to have everybody in different levels certified is what we need to do it. We have them finally, as I was mentioning, the WTTC Safe Travel stamp, and we are working towards also some international certifications as a destination because we believe that that's going to be a rule moving forward. On our website, that is visitloscabos.travel, we have an industry-specific section where you can download pictures, guides, send us an RFP, or send us different information. On that website, you can also have some flyers and some specific description on the protocols that we have implemented, all the openings, the flights, and the different reservation policies that we have in the destination are updated almost on a daily basis. And please do not hesitate to contact us or to contact K7 if you have any specific client or any concern that you have moving forward. Los Cabos is the best destination in Mexico. And I'm sure that because of the series of activities that we offer, it will continue to be. I would like to take finally an opportunity to thank Gate 7 for being a true partner. They've been working with Los Cabos for many years, as well as the team of Los Cabos Tourism Board, Juana Ortiz, who is in charge of tour and travel, who has been working very hard into that. And I hope to see you all very soon in Los Cabos.
Okay, awesome, Rodrigo. Thank you so much for that. Just wanted to ask the agents if they have any questions. Do you guys have any questions for Rodrigo? If not, we can just keep going. Rodrigo is going to stay with us for a bit. So if you have anything, just let us know. Let me just go back to my screen now. So if you didn't know much about Los Cabos before you joined this session, I think that now after hearing from Rodrigo, you can consider yourself an expert. There are a few of you connected that have been to Los Cabos with me. So if you would like to share any personal experiences with the rest of us, that would be great. As Rodrigo mentioned, there is great connectivity from the US, and here in Australia, we position Los Cabos as an add-on to a US holiday. One of the most common ways to combine Los Cabos with a California holiday due to its proximity. But for instance, agents can also combine a ski holiday in Aspen and then send their clients down to Los Cabos to enjoy the warm weather. We've also noticed that agents are sending their clients straight to Los Cabos for longer stays, like 7 nights plus, which obviously is great for us. And just wanted to highlight what Rodrigo mentioned. There is going to be a new direct flight from New York, which obviously is going to be great once it's the right time to travel again. So now we're going to learn how to make the Cape signature dish called adobo roasted catch on poblano pepper and corn risotto. I will be sharing the recipe with all of you later on. And I think we're very lucky. They usually don't share these recipes with anyone. And right after that, we have One&Only Palmilla will show us how to make one of my favorite margaritas in the world. It's the avocado margarita. Unfortunately, One&Only Palmilla is still closed, so they were not able to record from the property, but they did want me to show you their newest leisure video and to send you all their love. They will be sharing news with you once they have them. So if you want to throw a Mexican fiesta and impress your friends and family, pay attention to what's coming next.
Hello, our Australian friends. We are at the Cape Thompson Hotel here, Los Cabos, Cabo San Lucas, located in Playa Monumentos, Monuments Beach, one of the most important beaches for you to surf. And this is a let break. We are 161 hotel, and we're going to be preparing something special for you. A special dish from Chef Victor Garrido. My name is Eduardo Segura. I'm the manager and director of the hotel.
Hello everyone. We're going to prepare one of the most iconic dishes in our culinary program. It's a pescado a la talla, which is preparation from the south of Mexico, and then we have a combination of Mediterranean cuisine with the Mexican ingredients, which is a risotto with poblano pepper and sweet corn. So let's start cooking time.
Let's do it. So here at the Cape we have different restaurants. We have Manta Restaurant, who's taking the lead by Enrique Olvera, famous chef, renowned chef of Mexico. We also have Ledge, 3-meal restaurant. At the pool we also have the Point Break, as we call it, and we have great entertainment at the rooftop and lobby bar.
It consists on 3 main steps, which is toasting the rice, the arborio rice. Then the second secret to have a really creamy texture is to be adding the liquids, in this case white wine and vegetable stock, in 2 different times. And then you finish by creaming with butter and olive oil and obviously the Parmesan cheese. So now we are slightly toasting the arborio rice.
Well, I was saying to you, from 161 room hotel, we have different kind of, we have 3 buildings, and 2 of the buildings are dedicated as villas or residences. There's rooms from 1, 2 to 3 bedroom villas, and they're all fully equipped with kitchen, living space. But one of the most spectacular things that every 161 rooms overlooking the arch, the iconic arch that represents Los Cabos as a destination.
Now some shallot. After that the corn, which is partially cooked. Then we have the poblano pepper. You can chop it, or poblano chili. You can actually chop it, or as we do in Mexico, we roast it and then peel it for a softer texture.
But now he's going to teach me how to do the fish.
Okay, so this cabrilla is one of the bass family fish. You can use your favorite fish, especially if it's a linear fish. It goes perfect because the butter and the mayonnaise helps to keep it moist. And we're going to mix 1 spoon of mayonnaise and 2 spoons of the pepper, adobo, which is already blended. So a few drops of lime. So the acidity will enhance flavors, and a little bit of kosher salt. And you don't have to add any extra oil as we have the mayonnaise. Raise a little bit the heat on the arborio rice, and have a cup of white wine. Again, you can use your favorite white wine.
Chef, but 1 cup goes there and the other one
goes for drinks.
good for me.
Yes.
Okay. So what is this stock?
We have here 2.5 cups of vegetable stock, or as well you can use any good chicken stock or fish stock on your risotto. As you could see, this is smoking. This is part of this is the result from the dripping fats over the coals, and this is what gives a characteristic flavor on the fish.
So, Chef, we're going to flip it?
Yes, time to flip it.
All right, time to flip it. Look at this. Wow. It's getting there.
As we have here, we have partially cooked our rice, so it's becoming dry. Then we add the second part of the liquid.
So you were saying we need to make this right with 3 different stages, adding liquid.
So we have added here 2 out of the 3 cups of liquid in the rice. So risotto basic rule is 1 cup of rice, 3 cups of liquid. We're gonna add the pasote leaves. It's very important when you add any herb to any soup, to any preparation, put it at the end or put it at the middle of the process, Otherwise, you're gonna lose a lot of the aromatic oils. And finally, the third part of the liquid, which is the last cup. And our rice is already cooked, but it's still al dente. So al dente means that it's the perfect point, especially for Italian food, including pasta. So the center, it has to remain a little bit hard. A little bit of kosher salt, black pepper. We got already that creamy texture that we're going to enhance with the butter, extra virgin olive oil, and the Parmesan cheese. Once we remove it from heat, we add the diced fresh butter, then we add the grated Parmesan. Also, you can use Grana Padano or Pecorino, and a little bit of olive oil. We stir gently. Our rice is ready, creamy and runny, and we are ready to plate it. It's complex in the process, simple when it comes to the presentation, and it's a very complete dish on your palate. Enjoy.
Thank you, Chef. And we hope to see you soon here at the Cape Thompson Hotel. Get to know the chef Victor personally. He'll be ready to teach you how to do this on his own.
Gracias. Buen provecho.
say that avocado margarita is to die for. So I'll share the recipe with you as well. I wish I could have one right now. Now we're going to get into the next part of this session, where we have the participation of 5 amazing hotel partners. One of them is the Waldorf Astoria Los Cabos Pedregal, which used to be the resort Pedregal. Last year, it became the first Waldorf Astoria in Mexico. Then we'll also have Esperanza, Montage, Velas, and Zadún, a Ritz-Carton Reserve, which is one of the newest properties in the destination. Los Cabos, as you know, is great for any type of traveler, and you're about to hear why. The way this is gonna work is we ask these 5 hotels a few questions and they provided their answers. So first, we ask them to introduce themselves and to provide a fun fact of the hotel they represent. Let's check out what these hotels have to say.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jenny DeBonis, and I am the Director of Leisure Sales for the Waldorf Astoria Los Cabos Pedregal. I apologize that I'm not able to bring the property to you in person. The hotel is currently still closed, and we're planning to reopen on July 1st. So I'm going to show you some amazing photos of the resort and kind of highlight what makes us a little bit unique in the destination. And if you guys, ever have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to assist you. So let's start in here. So what makes us a little bit unique? I'm going to share my screen right here. One of my favorite things that we do on property is our afternoon amenity that we send to every guest, which includes chips, guacamole, and beer. Around 4 o'clock, 4 to 5, we deliver it to each and every guest room on property. And so it's really a unique thing that the guests go back to their room and enjoy before dinner. It's a perfect timing. And I will say this is definitely a highlight for the guests that we have. Our repeat guests come back every time, and this is something that they want to make sure that they're going to get every time. So we've done this since we've opened. We've been open for about 10 years. And I will say, like I said, this is one of the most popular things that we do. So this goes to every guest room every afternoon. So what I'm showing here is actually our tunnel. This is the only way to enter our property. Is a private tunnel that goes through the mountain. And on the back side of this, you'd have the marina and downtown of Cabo. And then you come through this 1,000-foot long tunnel. And then it is the start of our property here. This is the lobby that you're coming into this picture here. So we don't have external guests walking around the property. Everyone who's on property is either a guest of the hotel staying at the hotel or has a reservation made prior at one of our restaurants. We don't allow walk-in guests of any kind. So it's just kind of a unique way to guarantee that everybody on property, we don't have any external guests coming in and walking around, and really everybody who is there to enjoy the resort. As far as our guest room product, every room has an ocean view and a plunge pool. This is our Ocean View King, which is our entry-level room. It's 856 square feet. And the photo you see on the right there is our plunge pool. So that is every room has this, if not larger, because this is going to be our entry-level King. Every room has this plunge pool option. So they don't have to go to the main pools if they don't want to. They can literally hang out in their room and enjoy the amazing ocean view and plunge pool there. And they don't have to go into the main part if they don't want to. So that is a unique option that we offer. And then we also have our private homes, or our casonas on property, which offer a full kitchen, washer and dryer, indoor, outdoor kitchen. So this photo you see on the left is the indoor-outdoor concept. You can see it looks like 2 separate buildings, but that is actually one full casona or one full home. So these are for people who want to feel like a home away from home, freestanding buildings. So really not have it, if they don't want to interact with anyone, they don't have to.
Good afternoon. My name is Raquel Felix, and I work for Esperanza Resort and Chileno Bay Resort, both located in Los Cabos. A fun fact about myself is I've actually worked in the destination for 16 years, so a lot of experience selling a few of the properties, which is great. Just some great things about Esperanza too. Wonderful for milestone birthdays, for weddings, for events. Lots of great experiences that we provide to our guests, not just for adults, but for families. And that's the nice thing about Esperanza, is really accommodating every type of guest, as we have hotel rooms that are private, great for just adults, and there's a whole adult side. But we also have a family side with amazing villas too.
Hola. My name is Marco Ortla. I'm the general manager of Montage Los Cabos here in beautiful Baja California. The very special thing about our hotel is that we're located at a beautiful bay, Santa Maria Beach, and we're the only ones here. We're the only hotel. The hotel has only 122 keys and a very specific thing about Santa Maria is that it is one of the very few swimmable beaches in the destination. It's known by the locals, and people love coming here to swim, to snorkel. In season, often we see whales passing. Currently we are in the ray season, so we have little rays that are coming in schools of rays and jumping out of the water here, and it's truly a magical experience. I think fun fact about the resort is that we're currently on the site of the old Twin Dolphin Hotel. This was a star hideout that was built in 1977 by the Halliburton family. There was a private airstrip on the other side of the highway, and it had people such as John Wayne, Sophia Loren, that came to spend their weekends here fishing in the ocean and spend time with the Halliburton family. One other interesting thing about is that we have a glamping site at the resort. So on the other side of the highway, up in the mountains, but it's very quiet, we have a tent where you can spend the night hosted by a butler, and it's a very, very unique experience. Another interesting part about Santa Maria Bay is that it is one of the very few bays and beaches in the Cabo area where you can actually board a boat from the shore. So we have our little dinghy. We bring a boat here, you can hop onto the boat and then start excursions right from here versus having to go to the marina. This is very useful. We host trips to the Arch, so we have our own boat, and guests can get on to the boat and then head down, have a cocktail, 20 minutes later see the Arch and come back.
It's a beautiful day in Los Cabos. My name is Andreas Schmidt. I'm the general manager of this beautiful property, Velas Los Cabos. Welcome to our fun fact. Did you know about Velas that this beautiful property, please look at it, was built in only 9 months from scratch, from the bottom to the grand opening, 9 months from nothing. And Velas is the home of the world famous taco. We created the most expensive taco in the world, which went around the news. It was made with golden tortilla tacos. Ingredients were lobster, Kobe beef, Iranian caviar, and to top it off, we used the world's most expensive tequila, quoted at $150,000 per bottle. This taco was sold for $25,000 in an auction for the benefit of the needed children of Los Cabos. This is Velas Los Cabos. My name is Andreas Schmidt. Welcome.
Hello everyone, my name is Heda Cheda and I'm Director of Sales of Zadún, a Ritz-Carton Reserve, which is the first reserve property here in Mexico. I'm so happy to introduce you to this beautiful property, which has 115 rooms. It's a brand new hotel. We just opened in November last year. Of course, now we are closed, but we are reopening on July 1st, so we are looking forward to welcome you all. This property is all built right in front of the ocean, of the Sea of Cortez, so you have stunning views of the sea from whatever room you are.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Rafael Gorina, Director of Guest Experience here at Zadún, a Ritz-Carton Reserve, the fourth extraordinary property with the reserve portfolio here in Los Cabos, Mexico. A fun fact that I will actually share with you is that we're actually surrounded by the Sea of Cortez, which actually we have a lot of stories and legends in the area, and I would like to share with you that all our guest experience are based on true legend stories and histories from the area, from Baja California shore. One of the stories that came to my mind and actually that I would like to share with you is that around the 1500s, treasure was actually lost, and it looks like a map was actually found in this area with an X on that map, and it looks like in this area there is a treasure somewhere hunted here in Zadún, and we really believe that actually Zadún is the treasure founded.
As you can see, these hotels are perfect for families and multi-generational holidays. Some of them have adults-only areas, so perfect for honeymooners, for instance. I think that when it comes to find the right fit for your clients, you need to consider, for instance, the location. Would your clients prefer to be closer to San Jose del Cabo town or to Cabo San Lucas? Are your clients looking for a more traditional Mexican architecture or more of a more modern style? Is it a must to have a swimmable beach? Would they love to have their own plunge pool? So depending on their preferences, you can offer them a few options. So now we're going to move to the second question, and where we ask our experts, what is your favorite dish and favorite cocktail that is a must try when someone visits your property?
And then to highlight kind of my favorite dish or drink on property, this is El Farallon restaurant. This is our cliffside restaurant overlooking the ocean. All the menu is based on the ocean to table concept. So everything comes from the sea, the fishermen bring in that day is what we're serving in there. But as you enter the restaurant, you happen upon our champagne terrace. So this is right at the start of El Farallon. And as far as my favorite drink, I will say, is our champagne tasting that we do paired with salts at the Champagne Terrace on El Farallon. So this is 3 different champagnes paired with 3 different salts. And it's a really unique experience. Our sommelier, Simone, walks you through it. And what the salt does is it kind of neutralizes the acidity. So you can taste a lot of the secondary flavors in the champagne. So it's just a really unique experience and an amazing setting right on the ocean. So I am highlighting that as my favorite drink that we have on property at my favorite restaurant that we have on property.
One of my favorite dishes that we have there is actually a fish that we cook in Cocina del Mar that is actually rubbed with this amazing salt and cooked in banana leaves, and it's just prepared so beautifully and so wonderful. And one of my favorite drinks is the michelada. They make a great one there.
Okay, now let's talk a little bit about food and beverage, most exciting things. So my favorite dishes, and I have this at least once per week, and especially when I travel and I get back here, these are the absolute staples, these are the must-dos, these are what I enjoy the most. Obviously it's Mexican food, so what you see here is we have an amazing jalapeno margarita. So I love the classic margarita with the big salt rim, with Don Julio tequila, and the one that I specifically like is that has a little bit of a spice. So the tequila is infused with the jalapeno pepper and gives it a really little spice to it, which works really great with the salt. So this is an absolute favorite of mine. And then I love shrimp tacos. Those ones are shrimp tacos al pastor. What's very special about them is that we're using tortillas de maíz, gluten-free, and we have this amazing homemade green tomato sauce and chunks of fresh pineapple, which gives certain sweetness to it. So it works great, and there's nothing better than sitting here by the ocean, having a margarita, eating some tacos, and maybe complementing them with some fresh guacamole and chips. Bon appetit!
I am back. I'm right now here at our beautiful Bar Outdoor. Outdoor is our signature restaurant, 2 stars Michelin, right away from Hollanda, with our friend Sidney Schultz. He's the chef for this restaurant. And right in front of me, I have this incredible drink, which is called Back to Mexico. Back to Mexico is made of tequila, Don Julio 70, mezcal, Campari, strawberries, and a little tiny shot of Mexican Serrano chili, so it gets a little spicy. Cheers, enjoy. Back to Mexico. Wow! Right now I am preparing my favorite dish at Velas Los Cabos. Look at this, please. Let me show you. Those are chocolate clams baked in over charcoal. with just a little of herb butter and a little garlic. We want to keep it as natural as possible. And then we finish them up with some pickled turnips right on top. It gives us a little flavor, a little spicy, little acid. And then we just eat them with a spoon. It is just a wonderful dish. Right from Los Cabos. Chocolate clams are fresh. They're arriving daily fresh at our hotel, Velas Los Cabos. Enjoy with me. They are really hot right now, so I have to be careful.
Hello Australia, how are you? This is Eda Cheda, directly from El Barrio, one of our signature restaurants at Zadún. And I'm here with my good friend Frida Kahlo behind me. We are ready to welcome you to a gastronomic journey through the different regions of Mexico. So if you ever come to Zadún, we invite you to start your gastronomic journey here early in the morning, which is my favorite food, where you can enjoy the eggs Benedict, you can enjoy the avocado toast. There are so many that are my favorite that I don't know which one to mention first, but you can feel like a local here with all the dishes and the cuisine that is fresh from local communities and prepared right in front of you. We are here in Candil now, which is our agave bar. This is a must see while you are staying here at Zadún, because here our mixologist is going to prepare different drinks that are with the base of several spirits from Mexico, beyond the ordinary. Not only mezcal and tequila, but also posh, bacanora, sotol, and he's going to combine all of these spirits with herbs out of the ordinary, and all these drinks are going to be amazing. So we are going to share with you one of the recipes. Enjoy it.
We begin with 1.5 ounces of bacanora aguamiel from Sonora, Mexico. Then we add 1/2 ounce of tequila Águila Blanco infused with dried chilies. We add 1/2 ounce of lacto fermented lime juice, 1.5 ounces of pineapple juice. We add 1.5 ounces of aquafaba, which is our garbanzo reduction, and 1/2 ounce of cilantro syrup. We're gonna do a dry shake. This is to help the aquafaba foam up and give us the egg white texture. It's actually a substitute for egg whites in the cocktails. It's like our vegetarian or vegan option. We add fresh ice. We're gonna do our second shake, which is also known as a wet shake. We're gonna strain into our jicara glassware. And garnish with beetroot powder and edible printed corn and a pineapple.
Australians love Mexican food, and believe me, Los Cabos won't disappoint you when it comes to culinary experiences. The cuisine in Los Cabos is known as Baja style, so lots of seafood and freshness, obviously thanks to the Sea of Cortez. And people usually don't know this, but there are a lot of fruits and veggies that grow in the area as well. And in fact, farm-to-table experiences are a must in the destination. Additionally, restaurants also offer dishes to take you through a Mexican culinary journey. They also offer international cuisine, so there are definitely lots of options available. Then when it comes to cocktails, of course, the most popular are the ones made with tequila or mezcal, because you're in Mexico. And margaritas with different twists are a must as well. And the last question we asked the hotels was to share any additional information they wanted to share with you. Just wanted to highlight that you are going to hear about Chileno Bay Resort. This is Esperanza's sister property. So Raquel, the director of sales for both properties, wanted to use this time to showcase Chileno Bay.
I just wanted to highlight kind of an overview of the resort here. This is the full property here. So you can see this mountain that's kind of wrapped around the backside of the resort. This is what separates us from the downtown and marina area. It's a 10-minute walk into the downtown area. And you can see we're kind of spread out. So we have a lot of rooms that are freestanding units, but it's very well thought out and planned so that even if we are 100% occupancy, you don't feel like you're right on top of each other. That being said, as we open, we will be opening with limited capacity, starting at about 30% occupancy and going up from there. So there definitely will be plenty of space on property for guests to relax and enjoy and not feel crowded by other guests while they're there. And then as far as events that we do on property, we have our own destination wedding team on property. We have 2 events managers that handle all weddings and social events on property. So this is a great photo in our lobby area of one of the weddings that we hosted recently. And then just to highlight a couple of unique selling points and kind of what makes us a little bit different, I've talked about a few of these already, but every room offers that plunge pool and ocean view. We are walking distance into downtown Cabo San Lucas, which is a really unique option. About a 10-minute walk through the tunnel and back to the main part of the downtown area. And then the beach is very quiet, but I will say it's not swimmable because it is on the Pacific side and the current is very rough. We do have some experiences for guests to be able to enjoy the beach. We have a private beach club that we work with, and then there is a beach that is swimmable that's a walking distance from us if you have guests who are interested in that. They can go on the beach, they can enjoy it. It's super quiet. There's nobody out there. There's no vendors or anything like that. No outside guests are coming in to use it. It's very private, as you can see in this photo here. And you can, like I said, walk along on it, but you just can't fully immerse yourself in the water. And then a great feature, because we are right on the Pacific side, excuse me, is we have whale watching right from the resort. And these are November through March, typically, depending, every season's a little bit different when the whales come in. But a great place to just hang out and relax. You don't necessarily even need binoculars. You can see the whales. Sometimes they'll be 30 feet offshore. The last time I was on property, actually, we had a mom and a baby that were about maybe 40 feet offshore, and she was teaching the baby how to flap its tail in the water. So really just kind of a amazing experience that you get to be right in front of and watch, and not have to go anywhere to do it. You can see them right from the resort. So I hope you enjoy that. I hope that gives you a little bit of information about the property. And if there's anything I can do, please let me know. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
On to Chileno Bay Resort and Residences. This property is one of the newer ones, absolutely fantastic, more of a contemporary take on a resort in Los Cabos. My favorite dish there are the tacos, al pastor, which are pork tacos, and that's served at TNT, our beachside restaurant. And my favorite cocktail is a chilenito that is served in the guest room. It's an arrival amenity, and it's made with mezcal, and it's wonderful. Some great things about Chileno is we do have an amazing golf course, but most importantly, we are on a swimmable beach, which is one of our biggest selling points and very exciting. Wonderful backdrop for weddings and for big celebrations, 40th, 50th birthday parties that people love. And at Chileno, there's something to do for everyone. Very active, very social, great for your families, great for adults celebrating special occasions, but it's wonderful. So we hope you actually will come and visit, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.
The resort has an amazing private golf course. It's designed by Fred Couples. It is overlooking the resort. From all holes, you have almost 180-degree water views, and it is one of the best golf courses in the destination. Aside from that, we also have amazing outdoor spaces. We host incentive groups and weddings for up to 250 people. Again, the beauty of being very close to the ocean and at Santa Maria Beach allows that we have an oceanfront lawn where you can host an event while looking at this beautiful ocean. Thank you for joining me today on this virtual tour of Montage Los Cabos. We look forward to hopefully hosting you or some of your guests here in the near future. And I'll say goodbye from Los Cabos. Adios.
Velas Los Cabos. Los Cabos first rated in TripAdvisor resort, #1 rated for more than 2 years in Los Cabos. Also known for its first-class service, dining experiences, and culinary experience. But above all, Gran Velas Los Cabos is a space resort. We have only 300 rooms, 7 restaurants, so if you and 3 pools. If you're looking for space,
and you want to be alone, you find it at Velas. Look at this beautiful beach. You can walk the beach for miles each side, and you won't run into anybody. And I'm a strong believer that in those changing times, space equals luxury and safety at the same time. As more space you have, as more safety you have. And you will find this at Velas Los Cabos. So I'm hopeful to welcome you very soon. Thank you very much. My name is Andreas.
Rafa, what do you think is unique about Zadún? Tell me.
What I really think is unique about Zadún is that we have our ladies and gentlemen, the Tosoanis, the Dream Watchers, that actually are the ones that they craft their stay of our guests. They take the guest, they welcome the guest, and they go straight into the room where they can see their lovely plunge pool.
Excellent. Because all of our rooms, we have 115, they all have a plunge pool and also a lot of outdoor and indoor spaces. So it's excellent if you want to come with your partner, with your family. If you have a small group that wants to come together, it's the perfect place to get together.
Don't forget the electrical bikes.
Oh yes, you're right. So with that, you know, Zadún is built in a gated community, which is more like a residential area. So you are given an electrical bike and you can go to the area on the trails, right?
Absolutely, you can go to the trails, you can go outside here in Puerto Los Cabos, which is really safe as well. And then also we partner with a society from Jean-Michel Cousteau, who actually discovered this wonderful area, and he named it as the aquarium of the world, called the Ambassadors of the Environment.
Exactly. So with the activities of Ambassadors of the Environment, we are putting together our Zadún camp, where the families can come, and we have a lot of activities for the kids and for the families that they can enjoy if they come for 1-2 weeks and stay with us. And this is the perfect place to really get together, connect with nature, connect with your family, with your loved ones in an open environment, you know, considering all the new normal now. This is the perfect place for that because there's a lot of spaces where you can enjoy without feeling crowded or feeling that you have a lot of people around you. So we look forward to see you very soon. July 1st is the day, right?
Absolutely. We can't wait to welcome you.
So part of my job is to assist you guys and provide information on the destination, including hotels, tour operators, transportation, anything related to Cabo really. And I've been lucky enough to visit the destination many times, and I've experienced a lot of these properties myself. So if you're booking Los Cabos in the future and need assistance to find the right fit for your clients, let me know. I'm always going to be more than happy to help. You will also receive an email with the contact information of the hotels that participated in this session. If you need more information regarding the safety protocols and measurements that the hotels are implementing at the moment, let me know and I can definitely share those with you as well. Rodrigo, before we close this session, is there anything else that you would like to add?
Well, I definitely would like to add that Los Cabos has a little bit of everything in the sense of what the destination can offer for the new travelers after COVID. It is a destination that is really geared to value and quality, and in terms of the price point, we are very, very competitive. So I hope that we will have many restaurants more. I would like to say that everybody loves Aussies when they come to Los Cabos because you are very kind, very happy people, and the way that you treat people in Los Cabos makes you very welcome. So thank you very much for supporting Los Cabos, and thank you very much, Gate 7, for putting this opportunity together.
Okay, so thank you very much for joining us today. I hope that you found this session informative. I hope you did. There was a lot of information there. And I hope that we inspire you to keep dreaming about Los Cabos. So if you need more inspiration, you can follow us on Facebook or Instagram, or you can also visit the website. Thank you so much again, and enjoy the rest of your day.